But you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. On second down, he'll let it fly. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot. He gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Offense set on 1st down.
Double right.
They'll give it to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Flanagan. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
To the air, it's Collins. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll get rid of it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And back to the air on second down. Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long.
Timeout, LSU.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The sure hands, it's Smith. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. A designed run for the quarterback. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, they're just going to draw them offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. But you can tell they had a plan ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice game. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step. And if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And that one will put them up here in the second half. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They'll line up to go for two. Fires to the tight end. He gets in there for the two-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Using the spin move. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's inside the 40. The 20. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. Here comes the offense on first down. The option look. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Back to pass, it's Collins. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Coming after it.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, you're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks. We'll make a play, and we'll take this over. And now we're going to try to make you pay for that decision.
Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Dialing up a second down pass play. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, the coach is going to absolutely give him an earful. You have to understand the situation in the game. I got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We're winning the football game. Ball security. I can't reach that thing. I got to cover it with 2 hands and make sure I don't turn it over. What a big-time mistake.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Back to throw, it's Collins. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Pass to 45. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. LSU quick to the line. They go to the ground. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
Notre Dame 22, LSU 19.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Power football with the run. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Get the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete on third down.
This is a no-brainer right now. After that incompletion, trailing by what you are in this area of the field, 4th and short, just kick the field goal. It's what you need to give yourself a chance to win.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
He's brought down.
It's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Durham. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Second down coming up. They're going to throw it again. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. This crowd knows when to bring it. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab, it's Taylor. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. How valuable is a tight end in the red area, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Looking to move it through the air. He makes a grab. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big, but you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown Tigers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Late in the game, as a coach, you're trying to find something that will work. And how about the big fella, the tight end, comes up huge. You needed a play, you found him, and he delivered.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. They're trailing by 9 to Liberty. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Irish back on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Good timing on the quick out. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw on 1st down. The quick out. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Here's the handoff. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Timeout call by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's got an open man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.